Yeah,
All
yeah, yeah.
right. All right, Raindrops. Look, Grown and Gospel premiered last night to, I mean, talking about breaking up Twitter. Okay, we trended, and it is truly one of the most talked about news shows that's out this year. And of course, I had to launch my weekly Grown and Gospel recap with my brother, Detroit's finest, the man, the meme, the legend. Yes, Elijah Connor.
Oh man, I'm so honored. Listen, I'm so honored to be talking to the Carlos King, literally the king of reality TV. Man, you know how to pick a cast. I mean, I don't think I can. There's that's why you are who you are because no one knows how to do TV like you, bro. And I owe my loyalty to you. I owe my career really to you, to be honest, because you gave me that platform uh, by putting me on the four. I was working at Ford. You know, Detroit is known for a lot of people don't even know that I was working at Detroit is known for the big three: Chrysler, GM, and Ford.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know that I was on the radio already, but working at Ford, trying to pay for studio time and everything because my parents, I was singing secular. So you got to pay for your own studio time now. But we'll get into all that. We'll get into all that. We'll get into all that.
No, let's get no. First of all, thank you so much. And before we get into it,
Thank you. Yes.
this listen, I have been doing Reality with the King for almost a year, and I've done plenty of interviews. This is the first interview I've done where the person is in their car.
Listen, I'm in my new vet, okay? I'm trying to get to your level. You got Porsches and things, but God's been good. Billion impressions and things. God's been good, But anywho, hopefully season two I can get the wraith. Anyway,
Well, after
Kingdom
the
Reign
first,
Entertainment pays good. Kingdom
we
Reign Entertainment pays good. Okay,
wake it
let's
up,
say that. Uh,
wake it up.
I'm the new vet, baby. But anyway, yes, sir.
I can't. We're talking about somebody that literally has over 1 million followers on social media. So let's talk about that. So you're from Detroit, Michigan. Me and Elijah have known each
Yes,
other for years. He's good friends with my sister, Jazzy Bell, who you
yes.
saw on the episode last night.
Shout out to Jazzy.
Shout out to
Yes,
Jazzy. Yes, baby. And Elijah is a friend to the family. My family loves Elijah. He's a really good person. Elijah is meant to be on television. So long story short, do y'all remember that show with Puffy? Well, I'm sorry. When you know him, you call him Puffy. But P.
yeah,
Diddy,
yeah, yeah.
P. Diddy, Khaled, and Megan Trainor called The Four on Fox. And obviously, I was one of the executive producers of the second season. And one thing Puffy said to me directly, Los, I need some black folks from Detroit on this show. True story. True story. The reason why I was assigned to be the EP of that show is because, listen, say what you want about Diddy. He was adamant that a black person who knows R&B and hip hop was working with him. So it was me, Lorianne Gibson, and Mario Winans, right?
Yes,
And he gave
yes.
us the assignment of find me some folks. So I called Elijah because Elijah can sing. I called Elijah. Mario Winans was like, I know Elijah. I said, Mario, like fallback son. And I love Mario. Shout out to Mario.
Yes,
He was
shout
like,
out to
I know
Maria.
Elijah.
Definitely.
And I said, no, I know Elijah. Mario Winans gets out his phone and said, Elijah, who got you on the fort? Carlos King. I said, thank you, Mario Winans. Anyways, Elijah auditioned for us. He sang Music So Child's Love and blew the house down, right? So, long story short, Elijah and his mama, who I love,
Mm-hmm.
okay, came to Los Angeles, appeared on the four. I was like, my man's gonna win. Elijah hopped on that stage. and got declined by Khaled, Puffy, and
Megan,
Megan
and
Trainor.
Megan.
And it was the birth of the stare down between him and Puffy. So you became truly a social media legend from that. Talk to the world because no one knows this. How did you feel in that moment when you sang the song? Did you think like, oh, I know I'm going to the next round?
Carlos, you know what? I just knew I was going to get a chair. That's the thing. I just knew I was going to get a chair to the point where, to this day, I stand by what I said. Like, I could have sung any of those people under a chair. You know what I mean? Under a pew. And it goes back to Detroit. You know, in Detroit, you're gonna find two things on each corner: a church and a liquor store. Okay, and you can go to any church on that corner and find somebody who can sing to the point of can sing some of these our top stars underneath the pew or underneath the chair. So I was confident in my gift, Carlos. But the thing is I actually wanted to I almost broke down because I'm like, yo, I know I just sung my ass off, but you know what? I'm looking at the people in the chair like, okay, well maybe because I didn't come in, and I'm so honored to be here. Thank you so much. I'm not doing all that, yo. I respect Diddy. I respect Khaled. I respect Megan Trainor. She's a great songwriter and
Yes.
singer. You know what I mean? But I think God saw fit to take me different. You know, evidently he did because I didn't win the show, but can you tell me who did win?
Oh,
I don't think anybody knows to this day. I went and looked over at their page, and I think they're at like what? Still sitting at 80,000 followers, still haven't dropped an album, still haven't dropped any music, stuck in no telling what horrible ass contract they have, you know. And a lot of times, you know what this teaches you? It's about the platform. It's about the platform because I feel kind of dumb, Carlos, because I'm just now recently realizing that Jennifer Hudson and Fantasia were on the same episode of American Idol. The same episode. Jennifer didn't even make it to top 10. But who is? Who has the Oscar? Who has the Grammy? Who has their own talk show on national TV? So it goes to show, and I love both of them. Both of them can sing, but at the
absolutely.
end of the day, sometimes all you need is that platform. That platform. And that platform is why I took that no that Diddy gave me and I looked at it as what's no backwards on.
Mm.
And evidently I'm on because I'm on a Kingdom Reign Entertainment WeTV new hit show called Growing in Gospel, baby.
No, listen. That's why I love you so much because you like me, very spiritual. We take our no's as God's way of saying, not right now. I got something better for
Absolutely.
you. Don't complain.
Yes.
Don't be egotistical. It ain't about you. If you're patient and obedient, I got something for you. So I always knew Elijah was a star. Always.
Oh,
Always. And he and I kept in touch. And even when he would get offers for other reality shows, he would call me for advice, like, what should I do? And I would always say to him, like, is it the right project? Is it the right, situation you want to be in? Because listen, I can say this. Everybody wants to be on TV, but
Yes.
not everybody understands you got to be on the right platform. It's not just about being on TV. It's asinine to think because you're on TV, you made it. No,
Absolutely.
you could ruin your career by
Oh my
being on the
God.
wrong situation. So talk to us about your experience being sought after to do reality TV and what made you sign on to do Grown in Gospel.
So I had literally right after things started really going viral, I got 3 offers um from 3 major, well, one of them is on an app. It's still nothing like saying I'm on TV, but um they have some of the fighting shows and things of that nature. But I got 2 other offers from major producers who are known. And they wanted to bring me on I'll just put it out there, Love and Hip Hop. And to the point where I was like, I don't know. I don't really know anybody in the cast, you know? Um, and, it was like, well, we'll put you in place where, spend a week with some people and we'll develop a storyline type of thing. I'm saying to myself, I feel like my story has to be told a certain way as well as handled delicately, because if you connect with the wrong production company or even the wrong network, it can actually mess you up as far as, especially if you're new to TV or people are already, you kind of already have a buzz. And I know sometimes some people are just so eager. I just want to get on TV. I just want to get on TV. And to this day, the reason why I have so much peace, I gotta take my glasses off on this one, because the reason why I signed on with Kingdom Reign Entertainment is because, Carlos, you, it's like you know how to take our story and deliver it. It's like handled with, it's like, what is it when you get your furniture delivered from the white glove delivery? You know, where it's literally like a 5-star. It's like a Four Seasons when they come in and they make your bed and they fluff up your pillows and then you go down. It's handled with care to the point where when I signed on, I had, so what we're going to do is, Elijah, we just want to hear your story. And I'm talking about sitting on the phone for hours and not being interrupted. And it's nothing salacious or even to the point where you want to hear. The thing that made this cast different is we all know each other. And what I love about you is nothing is forced. With us, all you have to say is, okay, these are your shooting dates. Make magic. We didn't have to put together beef and all this other stuff because you said, you know what, Elijah, my stuff is genuine. And that's why I want you on this show, because, and the way you handle it's, Carlos, there's a lot of other people who try to do it, to the point where it's like, it's not even, one thing about the consumer, they're not dumb.
No.
They know when stuff isn't real. They know when casts have been pieced together and that when there's really no connection. You know what I mean? They know when stuff isn't real, man. And I've always said I want to stay genuine to me. And also, you being from Detroit, you know the grind. You know what they say. If you can make it in Detroit, you can make it anywhere. And I think that's why you have went on to basically, you came from Detroit, but the buildup, BET, Real Housewives of Atlanta, I don't care. They are who they are because of you. Simple.
Thank you.
And you, I don't even know. I'm gonna get teary-eyed just thinking about the whole process and just how you have given me the opportunity to tell my story. And Carlos, you make stars, bro. You make
thank
stars.
You for that. Thank you for that.
And if anybody ever gets the chance to get on Kingdom Reign, to work with Carlos King and Kingdom Reign, I mean, I wake up every morning now just so blessed, man, because not everybody gets the opportunity. We just had the premiere, and literally, security had to literally swift him out of there because there was so many people lined up to pitch they shows to you. And I'm looking at the screen like, to the point where it's like, Carlos, I'm just so thankful, man, because I signed on to Kingdom Reign Entertainment and wanted to work with you because I knew that my story would be told. And a lot of people don't even know, like, I love to laugh. I love to laugh, as well as I push my friends to greatness to the point where sometimes they could be offended then, but at the end of the day, they're going to thank me. I don't care about you being offended. I'm going to push you to greatness because I see greatness in a lot of my friends who don't even see it in themselves yet. And they'll see during the show, So my thing is, I don't care if you love me. Please love me. I don't care if you hate me. But at the end of the day, I am a human being. I'm a great person. And when you see the core, you're like, oh, you know what? I may need an Elijah in my life. Because guess what? He going to make sure I'm right. He going to push me to, it may not be what I want to hear at the moment, but it's what I need to hear. Even the Bible says, blessed is he who is they who are not offended in me. Why are you offended? Because I told you, listen, you need to be in long hair. Why are you mad? I'm trying to bring out the best in you. But anyway.
No, we're going to get into that because, okay, so as you all know, Grown and Gospel premieres every Thursday, 9:00, 8 Central on WeTV. WeTV,
yes,
okay? Every Thursday. And on Mondays, it airs on All Black app.
Black
so
at 9.
at 9. So y'all got no excuse not to watch it. So Grown in Gospel is a show I created about a group of childhood friends from Detroit, Michigan, who are all a part of the gospel legacy. We got Elijah Connor, Tasha Page Lockhart, Jay Brooks, Nikki Nicole Beach, who's the daughter of Dorinda Clark Cole, Brianne Hammond, the daughter of Fred Hammond, and Shayna Wilson. And these people knew each other since they were like in middle school.
Yes.
So what you
Shayna's new. Shayna's new to the group, you know.
Is that shade?
No, it's just facts, you know. Shayna, you know,
she's kind of new, you
How
know.
new
but,
is she to the group, Elijah Connor?
She came in. Well, okay, I guess she did. So let me clear this up.
Go ahead.
She keeps saying she did Tasha's. I did Tasha's hair growing up. You did Tasha's hair one time. One time. This wasn't an every weekly thing. You know what I mean? Actually, Jay Brooks brought Shayna into the group because Jay Brooks was writing a lot of her hits along with Vincent. You know, I knew Shardy Rock, which is her husband. Shout out to Shard, you know, dope producer. And maybe you'll see him on season 2 if, you know, if Shayna can carry her own, you know. But anyway, yeah, she's new, you know. However, I do have more of a rapport with Shayna than I do Bree. I remember Bree. I met Bree, you know, through Jay. Jay and Bree used to really. I don't want to get a show away, so yeah. But it's some history in this group. I mean, I'm talking about over 15 years of history. Not 5 weeks like a lot of your other reality shows. Over 15 years of history. Over 15 years.
That comes out. So Elijah, you and Bree were the most talked about cast members of the first episode, right? Everyone is like, Elijah, it's what you said. There's tons of people who are like, Elijah is funny. He's everything I knew he would be. He's hilarious. Then there's other people who's like, Elijah is messy. He's shady. Why is he being mean to Brienne? So talk to us about you being the force multiplier of the show, because what you said earlier is true. Elijah knows these people, right? So I want him to say, but as a producer who's been producing for 15 years, I know that Elijah has his truth, and he knows I'm going to say it because I'm going to activate this person. But you talk to us about how you feel people saying he's hilarious, but he's also very shady.
Man, I think that you really have to know me, and as they continue to watch, you'll see hopefully the good in me. But if you don't, that's fine too. But I'm not shady. I'm just honest, you know. And like I said, it goes back to, I think everyone needs that friend who tells them, no, this is not dope. No, this activator is not dope. You need to go ahead and straighten the hair. No, we need to go ahead and upgrade ourselves. Because like I feel like, listen, if you know, we hear the quote all the time, you know, you are who you hang around, the 5 people around you, however that quote goes. However, I also believe, like, listen, if you're gonna come over to us and we're gonna all be a group, let's bring you up. Let's bring you up to part, to the point of excellence or nothing at all. That's my motto. Excellence or nothing at all. I grew up Church of God in Christ, and on the back wall when you walked in, before you walked into the sanctuary, it said excellence or nothing at all. And I've taken that and used it in my whole life. I walked up to a friend the other day, and we were going to an event, and she had on some shoes that were just like some low naturalizer joints. I said, I hit her ankle. I said, excellence. You know, and we serve a God of excellence. You don't have to wait till you get to heaven to get your mansion. You can get it right here on earth. But we need to be excellent. You know, I hate this thing that people think just because, I serve a good God. No, you don't have to be low and looking homely to live. You know, a lot of times people say holiness, holiness. If you don't look, if you got on all these clothes and you drive a nice car, you're in a big mansion, holiness does not mean looking broke. You can put on some lipstick. You can go get a chemical peel. You know, like take care of yourself. This is your body. Take care of yourself. But I
Not
just
your
like
body, your
to bring
temple.
my friends. Oh, yes, this is your temple. Take care of yourself. You know what I mean? And listen, it's not about, oh, because I said to myself, grown in gospel, and if I was to put in quotes, I would say the haves and the have mores.
Okay.
The haves and the have mores, you know. And clearly, you know, who already has more on the show. But by the end, everyone, I just feel like, listen, if you're going to be my friend, I'm going to push you to greatness. And if you're going to be mad, that's fine. So the people who hate me now, I guarantee you by the end of season 1, you're going to love me. And if not, then maybe you need to go do some seeking. But I will be, you know, yeah, absolutely. You know, because like I said, the truth will set you free. And I'm here to set folks free.
Free from bondage, baby, of the past. Let's do it.
Free from bondage, free from low LSC, low self-esteem, EXTEEM.
A lot. This is what you guys are going to see. So the first season, we do have 6 episodes. In the premiere you saw last night, Elijah is somebody that really wants he and his friends to be of excellence in terms of their friendship group. So you are going to see Elijah have real conversations. He activates everybody. But what's funny is it's all rooted in love. And not to give anything away, Elijah is just getting started in terms of speaking his mind. And I do want to say they're not mean because, okay, Tasha Page Lockhart, you guys met first, if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of people, because, you know, Tasha said Salvation Army, Mary Clarence, and all this stuff. Oh my gosh, is Tasha mean girl? What do you have to say to people about like who Tasha really is? And at the end of the day, this show is about real friends, and I have a friendship group where we all shade each other, but it's rooted in love. It's not mean. But go ahead.
I mean, Tasha is one of the nicest people that you will ever meet. She's not mean. Like I feel like you have to really understand. And once, like I said, once the storylines and the episodes start unfolding, let me say this right quick. Y'all haven't seen nothing yet. Nothing. First episode was lightweight. It was really lightweight. Like, okay, let's establish the story. But listen, this okay, let me answer the question because I've been veered off. Get a seat in your hand, something that okay. So Tasha is really a good person, you know what I mean? We argue a lot because even with her, I'll be like, no, Tasha, I need you in the blonde bob. That's your signature. That's what I need from you. And she kills it.
She does.
My God, I just had a flash. But Tasha is really she's really dope, but she's also I feel like Tasha is the female version of me without always being fly, you know. She's the female version of me. Like Tasha be fly, but you know, we all have our hit or misses, you know, but she's the female version of me. You know, actually, Tasha really, she can probably sing. Yeah, she can. She can sang. You know, I'll bet my money on Tasha. I'll bet my money on Tasha any day. I know there's some good singers out there. We love you, Kiera, but listen, I'll put my money on Tasha any day. Okay, very good. What was I gonna say? But yes, I wanted to say, you know, and because listen, they both can go. But Tasha just has a way of delivering the song. And it comes from her mom. You know, her mom, Lisa, is a beast all within herself. But to answer your question, because you know, Carlos, I'll be getting off subject.
Go ahead, brother.
Tasha, she, you know, she's there's some shade in there. There is some shade in there, but I mean, she's gonna tell some truth as well. But Tasha can't handle when you do it to her.
Ooh.
I'll say that. I have thick skin, and I'm real quick. I'm quick. So you got to remember, I'm a Cancer, July 20th. So I plan. I'm very strategic. Like, okay, really? Okay, got it. Bet. Bet. So I'm quick on my feet. So you got to wake up pretty early to get one over on me because I like to play dumb too. So I'll just sit there sometimes. But Tasha can't take it. And you'll probably see as the storyline unfolds, she's quick to give it, but when it's given to her, she can't take it. Because we kind of have, there's a lot of friendships at risk on this show because there's some truth that sometimes people don't want to hear, but they need to hear. So I'm the guy who's going to make you face the truth. Like, okay, what we doing here? Because you're wasting time in your life. We moving forward or we going to keep sitting here? So I'm that guy who I don't mind you being mad at me. I don't. You need a friend like me. I wish I had a friend like me. I really do. Because I really do. I really do. You know what I mean? Who does the encourager go to when they need to be encouraged? If you're always the encourager, I feel like that's you too, Carlos. You're always the encourager. Who do we go to when we need to be encouraged? Jesus. People know they can call me. Listen, that's all we got. People know that if I call you a friend, I'm gonna be there for you. People know. You listen. Hey, Elijah, I'm short of my rent. Okay, I'm gonna send it. But when my birthday roll around, a brother can't even get a card. That's a whole nother subject. Anyway,
well, no,
yeah, Tasha, she's a good person.
Yeah, and what you'll see this season is Tasha and Elijah have a very deep conversation. And when I say to you, Tasha versus Elijah Connor, because it's rooted in history and love.
It's rooted in history.
It's deep.
It's rooted in history.
Yes.
It really is. To the point where I don't know if we're gonna remain friends. That's how deep it was. And that's how deep it is. Because we've always laughed. We've always showed up for each other. We've always, she can always count on me. I'm throwing her a birthday bash. She's surprising me for mine. You know what I mean? We've always been like this, to the point where her mama is calling my mama when we was in high school. Elijah missed 75 days in the morning class. How many did Tasha miss? 70, she missed 75 too. Oh, they was together? Oh, boy. So it goes back, but it was time to have that real serious conversation. And that's what I mean by, I don't know if people could take it, And what I appreciate about it is that it all developed while we were just shooting, because we were telling, it made us, a lot of healing took place during this this first season. I'm talking about healing with relationships, with parents, with friends. Truths came out, to the point where we had to face facts in our lives. And one thing about it is, you really see during the show, it's really nothing different than, we're not different than a lot of than everybody else out here. We're just more in the spotlight, to the point where a lot of times people attack us because they really are trying to attack our parents.
Let's talk about that.
They really want to throw stones at our parents. Yes.
Let's talk about that really quickly. So speaking of the attacks, obviously, listen, you and I, born and raised in Detroit, Michigan.
Yes.
Obviously, your mother's a pastor, and your brother is a pastor as well. I obviously grew up in the church by attending it, right? When it comes to the Black church, there's so much history, shade. Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it. Shade, love, but also contradiction. right?
Yes.
And one thing that I've always wanted to do, because if you follow me, you know that I'm very spiritual. I give God the glory. My talent is because God created it for me. It is what it is. So I always wanted to do a show to honor God. People think because a show has the word gospel in it, we are making fun of God, which to me is, you don't know us then if you think we would ever use God for anything outside of giving him the glory. These people are
Absolutely.
telling their truth and telling their truth
Absolutely.
in terms of their experience and what they know. Because we gotta stop thinking like, because we're in this institution that everything's perfect. And what you said
Yes.
minutes ago was, even God talks about some unfortunate things that happen in the Bible. So explain to the audience what it was like growing up in the church, and to address people who are saying, oh my gosh, y'all making fun of God, y'all using God. This ain't Christian, like blah, blah, blah.
Well, let's first define the root word of gospel. Gospel really means the good news. So we're telling the good news, but in order to tell the good news, I feel like we have to tell the story up to the good news. We have to tell the history. And this show is not about our parents, it's about us, the offspring. Now you'll probably see our parents on there, and you will. But let's take Nikki for an example. Nikki, a lot of people. So let me just define when she says the BTS. Dorinda said, "Are you cussing at me?" No, she's not cussing. I love Auntie Dorinda. I love Auntie Dorinda. She's so charismatic and just, Dorinda is literally the rose of gospel. Literally,
Mm-hmm.
not just gospel, but the rose of, to me, one of the best female vocalists out here.
Mm-hmm.
But Nikki has been behind the scenes for so long, and I really wanted to. Nikki at first, and she just was like, "I don't know, E, if I can be on TV. I'm used to being behind the scenes." And I said, "Nikki, you're a star. You have it in you. You've been behind the scenes for so long." Because Nikki, she knows business. She runs all the Clark sister stuff, her mom stuff. But at the end of the day, I said, "Nikki, you have it in you. It's not just the your cousins. You got it." And I'm so proud of Nikki for sharing her story. And I think her story will translate across the globe, across the world. How many women are dealing with, you know, they have children and their husband is locked up, you know, but her husband, Dion, is such a great guy as well. But let me say this right quick. How many women's husbands are not locked up? And you still ain't getting thrown a party or anything, let alone a mountain, a ring for your birthday. Here this man is on vacation. Here this man is on vacation. And he made it happen from inside. But your man outside, and he can't even take you a chicken dinner. So before you come for Nikki, let me just clear that up right quick. Okay. Uh what was the question, Carlos? I'm sorry.
It's okay. Listen, you're gonna ride for your friends, and I love it. People are saying, "Oh my gosh, this show is making fun of of church
Yes.
and the Lord and all that BS."
Yeah. This show is not salacious at all. It's not making fun of church or the Lord. Let me just say that. However, it is sharing some truths. You know, I say to myself, there's no hurt like church hurt. I remember growing up, I was singing in the choir, and they put me out the choir. I'm at 12 years old. I'm 12 years old. Because this is, y'all remember the magnet earrings? Y'all don't remember the magnets? We couldn't get our ears pierced, so we used to wear the magnets, right? So I wore the magnets to on a Sunday morning, and this is the youth choir. And the bishop at the time said, he going he this he's going about to turn the choir over to a reprobated mind with all this. Saying to myself, it's an earring. So he sat me down, sat me off the choir for what, a year. I said, oh wow. At the time, my dad was the assistant pastor, and my mom said, I think that was a little too far, but you gotta honor the bishop, gotta honor the bishop. So, but at that time I decided, you know what? I'm done. I really decided at an early age. I said, you
Mm.
know what? I want to sing secular music. And I'm think about the greatest singers that have come from the church, from Kelly Price,
Mm-hmm.
Carl Thomas, Music Soul Child, Beyonce. How many times have we had that gift in the church and we neglected it? We didn't take care of it. They still want to give folks $200 to be over the music department. Yet y'all bringing in $50,000 on official day. Y'all want to give the minister of music $200, $250. Well, why wouldn't I go play secular and go play for Mary J. Blige, where I can come back home with 12,000, 20,000? We have to really, I mean, so that's church hurt. Y'all don't appreciate our gift. But as soon as we step out the four walls and start making noise, oh, he ain't holy. No, no, that's not it. And then how many times? I remember when Tasha got pregnant.
At
16.
17.
She had the baby at 17. No, you're right, 17.
Okay.
She got pregnant at 17. Yes. And they put her in front of the church. They made her get up in front of the church and say, I'm pregnant. And it was like, I remember like it happened yesterday, Carlos, to the point where I said, it's like, and people just sit there and judge you. Mothers of the church. Oh, look at this. I'm saying to myself, you got pregnant. Okay. Guess what? If y'all talked about sex in Sunday school instead of, you know what? Noah went built an ark. We know that already. But if you know what I mean? And the thing is that we always hear that, you know what? Church, the you can always tell, they always say to this day, it's never the fast girl that gets pregnant when they go away for college or anything of that nature. It's always the one who grew up in the church who usually gets pregnant the first semester or whatever. You know why? Because they never had an outlet.
Yeah.
This is the first time they were able to go to the movies. I wasn't able to go to homecoming. I went, but I wasn't supposed to go. I went because I snuck out my bedroom window and went. Because that's why I live by. It's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission. Had my parents said you can go to listen, I knew my parents were gonna say no. So I'm gonna ask you, can I go to homecoming? They're gonna say no. So they caught me sneaking back in the house. So I just said, will you forgive me? I'm sorry. But guess what? I had a good time at the homecoming. You know what I mean? So the thing is, till this day, I think in adulthood, that still, Tasha may never admit it, but that still hurts Tasha. That she had to stand in front of the church and say, you know what? I got pregnant. And she was sat down. Because Tasha was leading praise and worship and singing and in mainstream at an early age. I remember one time in school, the teacher said, Tasha, you failing not because you're not smart, but because you haven't been to class. But if you sing the national anthem at the homecoming game, I'll pass you with an A. Sure did. She got up and destroyed that home. She got up and destroyed that Star Spangled Banner. You know what I mean? And the thing is, so I say that to say is that the church is supposed to be a hospital. It's supposed to be where people can come for healing, where people can come to be encouraged. Yet, especially this day and age, these mothers, you know, understand that they say as you come to God, your clothing and everything should get better. But what about the young lady who comes right off, that's all she has is the mini skirt.
Yeah.
And she's just trying to find God. That's all she wants. She's just trying to find God. And y'all judging the girl. They don't want to come back.
Yeah.
In this day and age, you got one time to make an impression. One time. And I feel like this show is giving people God. It's giving people hope. But this show is for everybody. Don't feel like you just because I don't have I didn't grow up in church. Yeah, you may not have grown up in church, but guess what? You have relationship and you may not even know it. You got relationship with God or whoever your creator is. Just getting in the car before you drive off and say, Lord, keep me safe, protect me. Guess what? That's relationship. Waking up in the morning and saying, Lord, thank you for another day. You may be cooking or cleaning the house. Guess what? That's relationship. A lot of times we get so caught up. God is not this mysterious or mystical creature. It's really simple. It's really simple. So you'll learn that as well. That it's, guess what? It's not our grandmother's church anymore, where you gotta go to church 7 days a week. That's not the day and age we in. I saw something the other day when I was scrolling, maybe the neighborhood talk or something, and it showed a young lady working out at the gym, Carlos. And this lady said, "Can I pray with you?" And right there, the lady said, "Wow, you really encouraged me." She helped her find God. And God, and listen, if God will use a donkey in the Bible,
Come
why
on.
can't he use the regular person? Why
Yes.
can't he'll use a child? A lot of times we get so caught up that I got to get the word from the preacher or the pastor. No, you could get the word from your friend. And
And
you'll
get the
see that
word.
during this.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Get the word from your music. Get the word from the TV show. Get the word from me
Absolutely.
posting on Sundays. It's
Yes.
and it's what you're saying. Grown in Gospel is not a show that is just for people who know church or for people to get an inside track about the gospel community. It really is
Absolutely.
about these childhood friends who grew up in this business, but you're seeing their real life and they're relatable. You're seeing Dorinda Clark Cole's daughter,
Yes.
Nikki, with a
Yes.
husband who's in prison. That's
Yes.
relatable to anybody. You're seeing
Relatable.
Tasha being a teenage mom. Sarah Jakes Roberts got pregnant at 13 years old and had to do the same thing, get up in front of the church to talk about that. And that's TD Jakes' daughter.
Yeah.
But look where
Yeah.
she's at now. She
Absolutely.
got past the torch.
Yeah.
You look at Brienne, who's the daughter of Fred Hammond, and she's talking to you guys about my upbringing is different. My life now is different. I'm on a blow up mattress. Like it's not about we are the examples of this topic. It's about we may come from this, but at the end of the day, we're just like y'all.
We're just, and that's all it really is. That's
Yeah.
all it boils down to, is that, listen, we're not better than anybody else. We just happen to have the spotlight a little on us just because of our parents or because of our family. You know what I mean? But we're still trying to figure it out as we go. We experience ups and downs. We not perfect. We still love to go eat at the strip club because they got the best food during the day.
And Coney
You know what I mean?
Island.
And listen, Coney Island is a, listen, all that is, you're going to see all that. And you know, this is me. This is me. You can, people who know me in real life, this is, all I'm doing is, even when I went viral on the forum, I was just being me. And I tell people who really want to get in this, not even this business, but just continue to be you. God made you perfectly. God gave you a gift that can nobody else do. I can't do what Carlos King does. I can't. You can't do what I do. However, God has put something in everybody where no one can do it better than you. And once you tap into that gift, guess what? You're going to be able to just, you're going to take off. But tap into your gift, not anybody else's. You can't be Carlos King. So stop trying to put all these shows out and wonder why y'all getting canceled in the middle on the third episode.
Elijah, I can't. There's
I
a
come to tell
message.
the truth today and shame the devil. I come to tell the truth. I come to tell the truth today. So listen. Absolutely.
Now y'all see, listen, you were born to be on television. You are a star. But this is the beautiful part of you. You actually know how to sing. Like you are a singer. And you
Yes.
remind, and listen, I don't care if y'all read me on that. Elijah reminds me of the Tony Braxtons, the Beyoncés, you know, the people who come from the church and was able to say, I want to follow my own destiny. Beyonce was raised from the church and now has a song called Church Girl, sampling the Clark sisters, talking about booty popping and getting your freak on. And she's not disrespecting God. Tony Braxton was raised in the church, does secular, and is one of the most amazing singers in the world. You can come from this institution and still find your own way. And it doesn't mean you're disrespecting God, because listen, when Beyonce won her 40th Grammy, I think it was, watch her acceptance speech. The first person she named was God. Y'all got to stop thinking that you have to be this perfect person. And one thing about God is He loves you when you're not perfect. He died so that we can sin. The only thing he asks is to give him the glory, repent for your sins, and he'll take care of the rest. And that's
listen,
what
God,
y'all missing.
absolutely. The Bible also says that before you were in your mother's womb, I knew you. God knew what we were going to do. God knew we weren't going to be perfect. God knew Carlos King was going to go on to be the king of reality TV. He knew before we was even in our mother's womb. God said, I knew before you were even formed. So a lot of times, like I said, don't be the church. We have a I'll say we have a lot of work to do.
Yes.
We have a lot of work to do. To the lady who tried to come for Beyonce, the preacher, I don't remember your name, but God bless you. God bless you, because what you don't know is that, guess what? You're not going to ever get a response. Never. You're never going to get a response, because the Bible says don't give place to the devil, and responding to you would be giving place to the devil. So she's going to continue to be great. And I say this too, for all the people who may not like me, it's fine. But I promise you, you will respect me and grow to love me as the seasons come. I just manifested second season, third season, fourth season, fifth
Come
season.
on,
But
let's do it.
we all know that, listen, what Carlos King, what he touches, they just give him seasons. We all know.
All glory to God. So before I let you go, next Thursday, I want to do a little teaser. So next Thursday, okay?
And I'm learning just like y'all. So what's going to happen?
Elijah has a showcase.
Oh.
And it's not a laughing matter, so I don't mean to laugh. The only thing I'm going to say is every episode is crazier and it's 6 episodes with 6 cast members. It's a crazy season. So, Elijah, let the world know what they're in store for on this season of Grown and Gospel.
My God. All I can say is buckle your seatbelts. You know, like how you go on a roller coaster, they tell you, listen, make sure you keep that bar down, make sure you buckle in. Buckle your seatbelts, because you're going to be sitting at the end of your couch or wherever you're sitting. I mean, it's crazy how it unfolds. I mean, like I said, friendships are at risk here. I'm a perfectionist to the point where it can be a blessing and a curse. Let's just leave it at that, because I'm such a perfectionist. Well, things just have to be in place that it literally takes over me, where I forget to do what we're supposed to do on a daily, eat and all types of stuff, and I just get carried away. But let me say this: I'm not mean. I'm passionate. So when you see me, but this is one thing I will say: if you ever plan me a party, don't ever bring balloons. I can't stand them. This is not a baby shower. This is not a baby shower. I'm not turning 5. I don't want to see not one balloon. Not one.
And
this show is just going to be.
There you have it.
But Bree is going to turn into the top model that she is. She didn't see it in her, but I saw it. So, Tyra Banks, watch out. Breanne Hammond is coming through.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. No, Elijah, listen, I know you're a busy guy. I thank you so much for launching my weekly recap of our brand new show, Grown and Gospel, every Thursday, 9 o'clock, 8 Central, WeTV. And then if you miss an episode, watch it on demand. So you can watch it tonight on demand or wait till Monday on the All Black app. It comes on 9 o'clock on there. Elijah, thank you. Before I let you go,
thank you.
You already have over 1 million followers, child, but we want billions. So where can my raindrops find you, follow you, and support you, my brother, your music and everything else?
I'm glad you brought up music, because I will be dropping the record that y'all heard, Appetite, this season. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I thank you so much for giving me the platform, Carlos. I'm forever indebted. I'm just so grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. But follow me. For those who don't read the Bible, let me spell my name. Elijah is spelled Elijah. I'm that one that went up in the chair. There was Elisha and Elijah in the Bible. I'm Elijah. Elijah. It's not Connor like in Detroit, the Connor Street. Connor, Irish. My grandfather was Irish. Elijah Connor. Okay, that's me on all socials. Look for the verified check. I am verified on all platforms. I was verified before Groaning Gospel. God bless you, as well as verified before the 4. Let me put that out there. So listen, follow your boy. Hey, drop me a message. I do respond. And if your profile looks nice, I will follow back. Okay. God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. Absolutely.
Oh God, Elijah Carter, ladies and gentlemen.